Eve here from Mystic Rainbow Tarot. Thank you for tuning in today, and I'm going to be doing a requested reading on Harry Styles, who is an English singer and actor, and lots of people probably remember him from when he was in One Direction. Before I do the reading, I wonder if you've made any New Year's resolutions. A lot of us look back over the past year to see if we've accomplished any goals, but don't be disappointed if you haven't, because there's a whole year ahead of you to achieve what you want. I think a good way to commit to your goal is to write them down in the present tense and as if they are happening or have happened already, and look at them every week to see what steps you can take towards them. And even baby steps add up over a year. And just saying somebody wants to lose weight, I do feel that baby steps are best. Don't cut out all your chocolate or sweet things or cakes or whatever it is you like. Do it gradually and a little bit at a time, and always have like one treat a day so that you stick to it. And before you know it, you'll be on your way to achieving your goal, and whatever that goal might be. So I hope that's been some sort of help. And now to the reading about Harry Styles. So I'll get the cards and shuffle them. So, messages about Harry Styles. Oh, put that one back in the pack. Messages about Harry, past and present. Any messages about Harry's life, messages we're allowed to know about Harry, messages about Harry's life, please. Past and present, Harry Styles, please. What's happening? So Harry Styles, what's going on? So let's see what we've got now. So I'll just put these cards to one side for now, and we'll see what. And the first card is the Hermit. So I don't know if you can see that. Let's see what I'm getting with this reading. So yeah, I feel this card relates to the past here, and I feel this relates to Harry got to the point where he started to question things with his career. He felt like he was running around in circles and getting nowhere, and he just knew he had to take another path. So he spent some time thinking about this on his own, and you can see the solitary guy in the card, and soul searching about what he wanted for his future. So he basically felt he had grown up over the years and was still doing the same thing that fitted the person he used to be, rather than the person he had matured into. And he wanted a change. So he had started to really think about his options and looked at all the possible directions his career could and could not take him. This is when he decided he wanted to go on his own. So that's that one. So I see we have the Tower and we have the Three of Pentacles together here. So let's put these two up where you can see them. So firstly, I feel with this Tower card here, that indicates there was some major changes going on. And I feel this was when he was in One Direction. So I feel this was at a time when Harry wanted to shake things up a lot, as you can see with the Tower, and it's all vibrating and shaking and people falling out. So and the Tower card is what that's all about. So yes, he wanted to make a major change. I feel it was a shock and surprise to other band members, which is, this is like, you see the people falling out, they were like, whoa, what's happening, what's this all about? So but he had wanted to make a change for some time, and now with all the experience he'd got with the band, and him being a lot older, he wanted to leave the boy band thing behind him and start a solo career, as he felt this was a good time for him to start over, because their contracts had just ended. So it was the ideal opportunity with him, with this. So, and with this Three of Pentacles reversed, so this is reversed, if you can see that, I feel in the end there was a lack of teamwork, and certain members were acting in competition with each other and trying to take charge and have all the say. They did work together well over a lot of the past years, but this was when they'd all got older, and at the end, and I feel it was due to them all growing up and getting more independent, and some members of the group not working together well with others. That caused a lot of tension in the band at the end. So some band members were trying to assert their power over others, and this was negatively impacting the peace within the band, because with a band like this, they would have had to rely on the cooperation of other members to make it work. So the lack of teamwork and harmony was stopping the band functioning properly, and they were worried it would affect their performances, and there was definitely a lack of a shared common goal in the end. So so this was mainly because they all wanted to do different songs and music, you know, to each other. They couldn't agree on that, and so Harry decided it would be best and the right time to move off at this stage. I feel like he was seeking more respect at that time because they were all arguing. So I'm getting he got really restless at this stage. He also got fed up with always taking advice but not feeling he was being heard or listened to, and that was by management. He also felt he wanted to go solo for more expression, his own expression, you know, to write and sing his own songs instead of joint lyrics all the time. So he's done a good job of that now. I mean, he's done well with his own songs now, and he's being heard, and you know, he's creating his own success now, because he does have a new album out now and has released so many good songs since he has gone solo. And going back to this Three of Pentacles here, that's reversed, he felt there just wasn't much in the way of opportunity for growth and advancement within the band for his own career. You know, he wanted the solo thing, that he couldn't get enough of that within the band. Basically, he knew with his writing and singing skills, he could go for that individually. And that's what he really wanted. And he wanted to shine as a solo singer and advance his career in doing so, which he's done. He knew it was a huge risk, but he was willing to take that leap forward. You know, and that's where the Tower card is coming in as well. But he also felt, you know, he also felt his skills would be more valued elsewhere. So that's what that's all about in the reading. So what do we have next? We have the Magician over here. I don't know if you can see that. So I feel this relates to Harry realizing that going solo is the best way to use his own talents. He feels like he has been able to make things happen. You know, one of his goals to be a singer in his own right. He feels like he's in control now, whereas he wasn't before. This is the card of creation. Here you see the magician, and he's literally got his wand and he's manifesting and creating there. So it's very encouraging in this spread, the magician coming up. I feel this is about Harry's power to communicate his ideas to others, you know, communicating his vision, and that it has taken him a lot of focus and self-control to achieve where he is today in his career, because he is a person who does things. He doesn't just sit back and wait, because Harry is quite a spiritual person too. Yeah, I am getting that. And he uses his universal knowledge and power and applies it to the material world, which means he is a powerful manifester of his dreams and goals. He is able to create a link between mind, body and spirit. He uses inspiration, ideas and intentions and grounds them into something useful in reality, which is what we all see. I feel this also relates to he has travelled all over the world with his career, and I feel he will be touring this year too. But this is about his vast knowledge. I feel he knows a lot about different countries and cultures, because yeah, I'm getting he likes to learn from experience, and I think he has made many friendships over the years on his travels. He's a friendly guy. He has a very zany sense of humour, and he feels a bit different from the rest of society. What I mean is he feels many people don't understand him. They don't understand him. I'm also getting he doesn't believe in rigid stereotypes for men and women, and he's all for equality and rights for women. Well, that's brilliant. So he's not your traditional type of man with, you know, traditional male views. He's not like that. He really is the sort of guy who will sort of refuse to conform to any of society's standards and expectations. Well, it's always good to be your own person, I feel, because he wouldn't care if he got labelled bizarre or eccentric. That sort of thing doesn't bother him, what the media say about him. I do think famous people have got to be a bit thick-skinned with all that the press say about them. So anyway, the next card is the Two of Swords. So I'll put that where you can see it. I feel in relation to this reading, it relates to facing some important spiritual decisions, possibly around which spiritual path to choose. And there you see it with the two swords. Yeah, he's thinking about the right path. So I do feel Harry is a very spiritual person these days with his meditating and yoga. He is a very free-spirited and spontaneous type of person and enjoys trying new things. And I think he feels his spiritual path is just another adventure for him that he enjoys. I think he's enjoying trying different spiritual things. He's eager to grow and loves to live in the now. He finds it interesting interacting with like-minded people in yoga classes and learning about its history, because he's a very intellectual guy and he's always reading up on something. because he can get bored easily. So that's why he takes up many different things to quench his thirst for knowledge type of thing. Because I do feel Harry has this knack of being able to see diverse new ways to do things. I feel all the spiritual things he's interested in and practices are good for him, because he's a peace-loving person and he'd like to make the world a better place. Well, yes, I'm on his team about that one. I also feel he's on a quest to find people he has a spiritual connection with, and even if that's only as friends, he wants that type of deep connection you can only find with certain people, because he knows that they will understand him. And that's not the kind of friendship or relationship you find every day. It's the sort of thing you have with your best friend or life partner. And some people even find this with a pet. So he is very into free will and doing what he likes. What I mean is, he doesn't conform to rules or a set of planned or anything organized or structured type of lifestyle. What else am I getting? And he's very much into exploring concepts of our destiny and why we were here. So the next the next card is the 10 of Pentacles. So put that where you can see it. So I feel this relates to achievement and financial security. It shows the ultimate outcome of abundance and spirituality. As you can see in the card with the guy there, he's got everything. He's got all the money and the family and friends there. I feel Harry feels there's so much to be grateful for, and even how his family have helped and supported him through his whole career. This is all about performance and creating a lasting foundation for success. And I also feel it relates to Harry feeling he's achieved long-term success with his solo career, which has also made him wealthier, because when he was with One Direction, all of the money received would have to be shared between the 5 of them, whereas he gains all of the money to himself with his solo career. So this is all about a substantial commitment to his future, as it does show in this card. And I feel with his move to his solo career, he was taking into consideration not just the short-term benefits of this venture, but also the long-term benefits of his own progression and what he knew he could achieve. I feel like he likes the connection he has with other performers and enjoys being around these other like-minded people. I'm also getting that he's still good friends with the other band members of One Direction, and they do have a catch-up from time to time, you know, go for a drink, have a laugh. Also, I do see Harry doing things on TV shows in the future and some more acting. And I remember him being in the film Dunkirk, but I still feel his singing career is priority at the moment to him. And oh yeah, I think he has a new album out, and I think it's called Fine Lines. So there's probably some references to his relationship with Camille Rowe in that, because I do feel he sings about all of his romances and how he feels, and he expresses himself through his songs about how he feels about his life or people in his life. And I do, yeah, I'm getting that he's still friends with Kendall Jenner. So there may be a reference to that on his album too. I feel like he loves clothes and different fancy outfits. He loves to dress wild and stand out. I do like the fact that he cares about his own taste and not what is the latest fashion. He seems to be able to mix up all clothes and styles of clothes, and he pulls it off. I feel there is a method in his madness, and he's expressing his creativeness through the clothes he wears too. He likes wearing lots of colours, and I feel he's not afraid of showing them, a bit like a peacock, because it's all about Harry expressing himself and being unique. And that's good. I see him designing clothes, his own clothing range maybe, because it's another avenue for his creativity. And he also I feel he would like modelling them too. He does like clothes a lot. So what else am I getting? Well, the next card. Oh, look here. We have the, I don't know if you can see that. We have the Lovers and the Two of Cups. So this is a turn up. So let's see what I'm getting with this. So I'm getting with these two cards that Harry is meeting up with a love interest. And this is an ex-girlfriend of his. This is about him being on good terms with this person. And things are going smoothly, as you can see in these two cards, with the people here and here as well. Yeah. And I am getting they feel a mutual attraction for each other, and always have, yeah, they have a lot of goodwill towards each other. There is definitely a partnership of some sort going on. This is someone he is seeing secretly. There's a lot of attraction between them. I am getting that he sees and meets up. Yeah, it's with an ex. Yeah, and I feel it is Camille Rowe. This is also a choice between two things, a friendship or a relationship. I feel like one wants long-term friendship and the other person wants more. So yeah, that's him meeting up with his ex at the moment. So being as that's come out, I think I'm just going to get my oracle cards and see if we can pick up any more messages about that. So they're over here. Let's just see what I can get with this. So I'll just shuffle these. Any messages about Harry and Camille, please? Camille Rowe, Harry Styles and Camille Rowe. Messages, please, about Harry and Camille. Harry and Camille. Harry and Camille. Harry and Camille. So I'll just see what comes out. Right, I'll just put those over there. So the first card that's come out is Playfulness, if you can see that. So whoops, try and hold that up. I think it's easier for you to see it if I hold it up. So yeah, I'm getting that these two are close friends at the moment. So yeah, these two, this is Harry and Camille. They share this playful friendship that has some grown up but also some childlike ways that make it a lot of fun. That's good. So they do things that are playful, activities that nourish their mind, sort of in their body and spirit, and they have a laugh encouraging each other, and they don't mind if people give them weird looks. They kind of support one another by nurturing the artists within each other, and this probably involves releasing their creative expression in ways that don't fit in with people's traditional way of thinking, because that is Harry down to a T. Yeah, he likes things that are more thinking out of the box. I feel like Camille is a very easygoing person to be around, and she's very supportive about his songs and songwriting. So I think they are very close friends, and he likes that they are still friends. It's not as hard for him this way. I can see why these two linked up with each other in the first place. I think they probably fascinated each other on their different views towards the world and life, because Harry is always thinking out of the box, and he likes to express his open-mindedness about how he sees himself and others, and doesn't like to label himself or anyone else or people's sexuality or his own. He also shuns traditional styles of dressing and being, and so as Camille is a model, I think she would like this, and this is another thing they both like, different styles of dressing to please themselves, rather than the rest of the world or follow what everyone else is wearing, sort of thing. Because Harry always sees another side of things and likes to talk about and share his take on any subject. He is friendly and has a lot of friends and acquaintances. Yeah, he's a well-mannered, sociable guy, and he's very intelligent and knowledgeable too. So let's see what else we have in the reading. So this is make the effort. So you can see that. So what am I getting with this? I feel this relates to someone wasn't putting the effort in at the end, towards the end of this relationship, and that's why they split up. Because no one can nurture a relationship apart from the two people in it. So I feel it was up to them to strive to keep it fresh and sort of alive and spontaneous. The reason so many relationships and marriages fail is because one partner does not put in the time and effort and work needed to make it carry on and to keep everyone happy in it. Because when you are in a relationship, you're in a team, and it's worth making time for your romantic partner to get the rewards and make it last. But it's no good if only one of you is doing that. You're going to tire of that. I feel that neither of them were needy or clingy people in the relationship. I feel they were honest with each other, and they did like to keep some independence for their own lives, careers and friends. That's good. But I do feel they were both a bit commitment shy in the relationship, and some of the time they couldn't see eye to eye, and it caused conflicts. But they do have this strong connection, and I feel it's this bond that has kept their close friendship going to this day. I think when they first got together, things were quite exciting between them, and they would talk a lot about their dreams and plans for the future. I also think the romance was there in the beginning, and they both appreciated each other's efforts with that, but they didn't nurture the spark that brought them together. I feel they were both busy a lot of the time with their own careers, taking them in different directions, and there was a gap in the communicating between them. So because of this, they started drifting apart. I am getting she had many projects on the go, and he was off doing his own thing and they literally drifted apart. So that is a shame. So the next card we have is stay optimistic. So I'll hold that up for you. So I feel that this relates to Harry and Camille in the way that when they were first dating, they did have an optimistic view of how things would go in the relationship. But over a year later, things had changed. I feel like they didn't gel well at the end. They didn't wish to stay close to each other in the end. They both wanted to keep some independence, and there was some lack of understanding and consideration. Well, more misunderstanding I'm getting of each other's needs, I would say. I feel he didn't understand her frenzy to finish work and stay close to it, and it drove a wedge between them, and eventually they fell out and drifted apart. But I feel like they are more optimistic now about their friendship, and that they get on very well as friends now. I see this a lot in couples getting on better as friends than when they were actually dating each other. So let's put that back. So the next card is it is safe for you to love. So let's hold that up. You can see it. I feel this relates to Camille, and she has been guarding her heart because she lost someone in the past who she really loved and still loves. I am also getting that Harry is helping her with this because, you know, when it's a deep love, it can be really difficult to let go of. And the stronger the love, the harder it is to move on. This relates especially with all of the past memories. I do feel she wants to move on and feels it's time to move on. But it's not easy for her to get over someone she thought would always be in her life. This man in Camille's past is someone she thought was a forever person. I do feel there is a while to go before she can get over this person. So this is why her friendship with Harry is so important to her. He understands how much she is hurting, but he likes to comfort her and knows that she won't always feel this way. You know, as time is a great healer, and it really is. I feel she didn't think she could manage love again when she was in the romance with Harry, and found out it was all too soon for her. I think the best thing to do in these situations is simply allow yourself to feel sad and cry, and know it's normal and it's all part of the grieving process and helps release everything, and that is helping you move on. There's nothing worse than bottling things up, because that will take longer to move on if you do that. I feel like she didn't get closure, and that's why her heart hasn't been able to heal as much as she wants yet. She can't understand why this had to happen to her. The one person she loved so much, she thought she would be spending the rest of her life with him, but unfortunately he passed away at a young age, leaving her behind. She spent a lot of time caring for him, and I really do feel she needs to focus on herself now. This is such a sad and unexpected thing to happen to her at such a young age. I hope she's coping with it all well these days. I really do. So the last card in the reading is Express Your Love. So I'll put that where you can see it. So I feel this relates to Harry, and I am getting that he still loves Camille and wants to express that love to her. But, you know, in many ways he is with this close friendship, and and the fun times they have together. They really are helping her in a lot of ways, to help her move on and enjoy her life more. But yeah, and this also acts as a distraction from her past memories. I feel like Harry feels that they put a lot of time and energy into what they had in the past, and he still has feelings for her. So he feels it would be a waste just to let it all of that they had, just to let it go, and because they're not dating anymore, he feels they can still have something good. But I do feel Harry is clinging on to something here, and I am getting that he is hopeful that maybe one day they could become a couple again. Although Camille has feelings, I mean, she does have feelings for Harry, but she's not over her ex, and she can't put herself fully into a relationship just now. You know, because her heart is still with someone else, and she still needs to move on from that. But she has moved on a lot. She's going to move on. It's just going to take time. I do know in time you do learn to live with things better. But you never forget someone you've loved really deeply. But you can eventually remember the good times you had and not feel sad anymore. In the end, you remember how that person benefited your life in so many ways. So I feel she needs to get to that stage first. So I'm getting that Harry and Camille are very close friends who do enjoy doing a lot of fun things together. What else? And we'll just have to see what happens in the future, you know, whether they make another go of it or just stay friends. But at the moment, they're very close friends, and enjoying all of that. But either way, they do enjoy each other's company and add some sparkle to each other's lives. So anyway, that is the end of the reading. So please like, share and subscribe, and press the bell icon to be notified when I do another video. Bye for now. See you in the next video.